Yo, what is up guys? And today I'm actually going to show you how to make any mouse, and I mean any mouse. I have 4 examples here. We can make them drag click. Now, to be completely honest, this works on almost any mouse, but here I have a legit like Genius, it's called Genius Office Mouse, and 3 gaming mice that we can test it on. And for me, it works on all of them. And I have Minecraft open to show you for the CPS to show you that it actually works. So here, I have the Logitech G42. This is my main mouse. This is what I use all the time. Without the method, it can barely drag click. As you can see, it literally cannot even drag click. You have to be very precise to get it to do a couple CPS. The same with the G102. This is actually my brother's mouse. It does not drag click at all. Just doesn't work. And it's the same thing. You can get it to drag click if you are very good at it, but it won't be consistent at all, and you're going to lose your consistency. You can't even play like that. And then this one, this is the HP gaming mouse M100. This is the mouse that I reviewed in my most popular video on this channel. Actually, you can go check it out. It does not drag click by any means. You cannot even get it to drag click at all, like barely, maybe 1 CPS. But that's better if you just normal clicked. And there's this Genius Office Mouse. I forgot the model. It's a Genius Net Scroll 120. I can get it to drag click a little, but it's not too consistent. So you've probably seen this method online, which is you put electrical tape on it, or you smear the glue from the electrical tape on it. But I have another method which just combines a lot of the methods that I've tried and a lot of the methods I've seen. So what I recommend is something called masking tape, or just normal tape will also go. So we're gonna test it on the M100 first because it's the worst drag clicking mouse out of all of them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a little bit of tape, you're gonna rip it, and with masking tape you can rip it with hands because it has the texture of paper. So something of this sort. What you're going to do is you're going to stick it on the mouse, and then if the tape is too wide, you can just rip some of it off, or if it's too long, you can do the same. Just rip it till the size matches properly. And this is actually not it. There's something else you have to do. And then you have to take your electrical tape. I don't really have any preference, but I recommend the ones that say 3M on it. They're really good. And you've probably seen this method where you smear tape over your mouse, but some that say that you just need to do it a little bit. But in my opinion, you have to curl the tape like this so that the glue starts to pop out a little, and then you give it a lot of pressure and you just smear it on top of the tape that you just put. A lot of it. You want to put as much as you can, so on a darker mouse you can actually see the glue from the tape sticking onto the mouse. That's how much you want to put it. That's how much you need. Like this. And then you can just use your finger to see if there's enough or not. Yeah, so for me, there's still not enough, but for some people, this could be considered enough. So I'm just going to put some more until I have completely enough so that it meets my needs. And if you look closely, you will start to be able to see the tape, the glue from the tape, the adhesive, start to stick on the mouse. That's what you want to do. Just put it all over it. And then now there's going to be a lot more friction on the mouse, so that if you do know how to drag click, you can actually make it drag click. So let's go to Minecraft. Let's go to Minecraft, and you can see that before I couldn't drag click on this mouse. See, on the left click I can't do it, but on the right click with tape, I can now drag click. Now on some of my on that video where I reviewed this mouse, I actually checked the comments and I said that I don't recommend this as a good drag clicking mouse or just PvP Minecraft mouse by any means, because even if you are able to drag click, it just won't register your CPS. That's how it's made. So if you're gonna drag click, just don't do it. It's not worth it on this mouse. And it looks like it's good for butterfly clicking, but it's the same problem. It won't register your clicks. So yeah, let's move on to the next mouse then. If we move, say, to the G402, since this is the first thing I tried it on, and this is another method. If you, and that's the first method we just did, but if you don't have this kind of tape, like masking tape or normal tape, you could just smear the tape on the mouse button itself, but then you're gonna need a lot of like isopropyl alcohol to pull it off if you ever need to, which you probably will because it does become sticky and annoying, and then you have to renew it. So then, look, I cannot drag click at all, and then I will just put some tape and smear it on it, and on the G42 it's easier to see when there's tape because it's black and the glue is white, so you could just do that. Once there's a lot, you could just use your finger to spread it around the button. And now it should be fine, but sometimes there's too much friction, so what I recommend is just putting some alcohol on your hands. This is something you should be doing every day, kids. And then just dragging until the alcohol goes on the mouse button and pulls a bit of that tape off, but don't put too much pressure because then that would put all of the tape off. Okay, so now let's go to Minecraft. You can see I can actually drag click now. Let's go to Minecraft. And you can see if I actually drag click here, I can get a good 10 to 12 CPS, maybe 14 if I do it really well, but I can get 9 to 10 CPS good. And then the first part where there's too much friction, it's a little bad, but then once you put some of that friction off, it's you can actually get 12 to 14 CPS on it pretty easily. Yes, and then those are the two methods we're gonna do, and then we're gonna try them on these two mice, the Logitech G102 and the Genius Netscroll 120. What we're gonna do is, let me switch back. Yeah, you can see now if we switch back here, this is actually brand new and I don't want to ruin it because it's not really my mouse, it's my brother's mouse. We're gonna put the same method. We're gonna do the tape method, the double tape, where we take the masking tape and then we just put it on top of the mouse button. The buttons on G102s are really small, so you're not gonna need much tape. Just take some and then rip it off, and this is a bit too wide, so rip the side off a little, like so, and then put it on the mouse button. Then again, you can just rip some of it off if there's too much. You take your electrical tape, because these have really good like sticky glue on them, so that's why we're using electrical tape. You can smear it on the mouse, and I just have to, you know, try around till I get it right. There we go, and then we can go to Minecraft. Yeah, you can get a pretty easy 16 CPS on this, and then if you're good, you can even get 20. I got that probably 5 times. The highest I ever got was 21, but 14 to 16 is pretty consistent depending on how much tape you put. Yeah, and then now we go back to our our mouse. We are gonna do the Genius Netscroll now, but sadly I cannot test this one, the CPS of this one, because this is connected to another computer. You can see I can already drag click on it because I practiced with the other mice, but before I couldn't. It was inconsistent, and I don't really use it for drag clicking. I just want to show that it's possible to do on pretty much every mouse. And we can take some tape, just smear it on there. You can see, you can even hear it probably. Yeah. Yes. See, it's doable. It's doable on almost every mouse, and the reason I said almost actually is because I have one mouse right here, the older version of the Logitech M185. And this mouse, this is an office mouse. It's a wireless Logitech office mouse, and it does not drag click at all. Butterfly, I never tried, but it could be doable. And no matter how much tape I put on that mouse, I can put some right now. No matter how much I put, it just won't drag click. Well, there goes the devil. It starts drag clicking. But it probably only gets like 5 CPS, so there's really no point in doing that. So yes, you can see 4 out of 5 mice, and even the 5th one kinda. This method works on almost every mouse, so yeah, go ahead and try on your mouse, and if you're having problems, let me know in the comments below. I will try to help you out, and uh, if it doesn't work on any mouse that you have that you've tried, then you probably just don't know how to drag click properly, and you just have to practice with the tape, and just put as much pressure as you can, and then as little pressure as you can, and until you get it right. You know, I also couldn't do it until I tried and tried and tried, and I can get it right now. So, yeah, um, yeah, that's your tutorial on how to drag click on basically any mouse. Yeah. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed.